Welcome to my channel Train Brain. So we are starting with mathematics of class 7, chapter 1, integer. Okay, so first of all we will know that what are the types of numbers. There are the various types of numbers. First one, natural numbers. Second one, whole number. Third one, integers. What are natural numbers? 1, 2, 3 and etc. Whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 and etc. Integers -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. What is the difference between these three? Natural numbers starting from 1 going to infinite. Whole numbers starting from 0 going to infinite. Integers can be negative, positive or 0. Now addition of integers. Rule number 1 says that if two positive numbers are added, we add them regardless of their sign and give them their common sign. If two negative numbers are added, we add them regardless of their signs and give them their common sign. Now rule number 2, to add the positive and negative number, we find the difference between their values regardless of their signs and give them the sign of the greater integer. इसमें ये कह रहा है कि अगर दो पॉजिटिव नंबर हैं, हम उनको ऐड करेंगे तो हम उनका सम निकाल लेंगे और जो कॉमन साइन होगा वो लगा देंगे. अगर हम दो नेगेटिव नंबर को ऐड करेंगे तो उनको ऐड कर लेंगे और जो उनका कॉमन साइन होगा वो लगा देंगे. रूल नंबर 2 में क्या कह रहा है कि अगर हम पॉजिटिव नंबर और नेगेटिव नंबर को ऐड करना है तो मुझे डिफरेंस निकालना पड़ेगा और उसमें हम साइन वही लगाएंगे जो ग्रेटर इंटीजर के आगे लगा होगा. फाइन. नाउ प्रॉपर्टी नंबर 1, क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी. द सम ऑफ टू इंटीजर्स इज ऑलवेज एन इंटीजर. यानी कि दो इंटीजर होंगे, अगर हम उनको जोड़ेंगे जो आंसर आएगा वो भी हमारा इंटीजर आएगा. प्रॉपर्टी नंबर 2, कम्यूटेटिव लॉ. a प्लस बी इज इक्वल्स टू बी प्लस ए. यानी 1 + 2 3 होता है, 2 + 1 करो तब भी 3 होगा. प्रॉपर्टी नंबर 3, एसोसिएटिव लॉ. a प्लस बी इन ब्रैकेट प्लस सी इज इक्वल्स टू a प्लस ब्रैकेट ओपन b प्लस c ब्रैकेट क्लोज. LHS will always be equal to RHS. Property number 4, existence of additive identity. A plus 0 is equals to 0 plus A is equals to A. Now property number 5 says that existence of additive inverse. A plus minus A is equals to minus A plus A is equals to 0. Additive inverse means whatever the number is given, put the opposite sign. For example, if it is saying additive inverse of A, it will be minus A. Additive inverse of minus A, it will be A. Okay. Now coming on subtraction of integers. Rule number 1 says that A minus B is equals to A plus additive inverse of B is minus B. Both LHS will always be equal to RHS. A minus of B is equals to A plus B. Plus minus will be always minus. Minus minus will become plus. Property number 1 says that closure property. If A and B are two integers, then A minus B is always an integer. Property number 2 says that subtraction of the integer is not commutative. See why? जो subtraction होगा उसमें commutative law नहीं लगेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि A minus B is never equal to B minus A. Fine. Property number 3, subtraction of the integer is not associative. A minus B in bracket minus C is not equal to A minus bracket open B minus C bracket close. Now multiplication of integers. To find the product of two integers with unlike sign, we find the product regardless of the sign and give a minus sign. See, अगर दो इंटीजर दे रखे हैं, दोनों के आगे डिफरेंट साइन लगा हुआ है तो हम सबसे पहले उनका प्रोडक्ट निकालेंगे और उनको माइनस साइन देंगे. To find the product of two integers with same sign, we find the product regardless of the sign and give a plus sign. अब यहाँ पे अगर दोनों इंटीजर का सेम साइन है तो पहले हम प्रोडक्ट निकाल लेंगे और उसके बाद में उनको प्लस साइन देंगे. फाइन. नाउ प्रॉपर्टी नंबर 1, क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी. द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ टू इंटीजर्स इज ऑलवेज एन इंटीजर. प्रॉपर्टी नंबर 2, कम्यूटेटिव लॉ. A क्रॉस B इज इक्वल्स टू B क्रॉस A. प्रॉपर्टी नंबर 3, एसोसिएटिव लॉ. A क्रॉस B इन द ब्रैकेट क्रॉस C इज इक्वल्स टू A क्रॉस B क्रॉस C. Now property number 4, distributive law of multiplication over addition. A cross bracket open B plus C bracket close is equals to A cross B plus A cross C. Property number 5, existence of multiplicative identity. A cross 1 is equals to 1 cross A is equals to A. 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. Now property number 6, existence of multiplicative inverse. A dot 1 upon A is equals to 1 upon A dot A is always equals to 1. Property number 7, property of 0. If you multiply any number by 0, you will get an answer 0. Got it? Now remember these 6 points. They are very important and 1 mark question can be asked from it. Okay, there is no need of going through the whole chapter. If you are watching my video and remembering all the formulas or the points and the properties what I am sharing with you all, there is no need of going through the whole chapter. Just remember these formulas, properties. You can easily solve all the problems related to integers. This might be helpful for the students who are preparing for their board exam, and this might also be helpful to the students who are giving their okay. First point is that minus a1 cross minus a2 cross up to n times. See, we will take out the minus sign outside and multiply all the numbers, write the product here when n is odd. Fine. Minus a1 cross minus a2 cross up to n times, we get product of the number, and when n is even, we will put the sign plus. See here. Third point is that minus a cross n times, we will get answer a raised to the power n, but if n is odd, we will put the minus sign, and same here, minus a cross minus a cross minus a up to the n times, and we will write here a raised to the power n, but we will put the plus sign because here n is even. Fine. Now minus 1 cross n times, answer will be minus 1 when n is odd. Minus 1 cross n times plus 1 when n is even. I hope you guys are getting what I am trying to explain you all. Okay, now division of integers. Rule number 1 is for dividing one integer by the other having unlike sign, we divide them regardless of their signs and give them minus sign. See, अगर दो इंटीजर हैं और दोनों के डिफरेंट साइन हैं तो हम क्या करेंगे? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल फाइंड आउट द आंसर बाय डिवाइडिंग दैट नंबर, एंड आफ्टर दैट we will give them minus sign. See here, rule number 2 is saying that for dividing one integer by the other having like signs, we divide them regardless of their signs and give them the plus sign. Okay, so if we are dividing here and both integers are having the same sign, then what we will do? We will write the answer by dividing it and then give a sign of plus there. See, if the two integers are having different sign, we will give the minus sign. If two integers are having the similar sign, no matter whether it is plus or minus, if two integers are having same sign, we will give the plus sign. Fine. Now property number 1 says that no closure property. If a and b are the integers, then a divided by b is not necessarily an integer. I hope you guys are getting. Property number 2 is saying if a is an integer and a is not equal to 0, then a divided by a is equals to 1. For example, we are taking a is equals to 2 and 2 divided by 2 is equals to 1. Property number 3. If a is an integer, then a divided by 1 is equals to a. For example, we have taken a is equals to 2, 2 divided by 1 is equals to 2. Property number 4. If a is an integer and a is not equal to 0, then 0 divided by a is equals to 0, but a divided by 0 is not meaningful. For example, 0 divided by 2 is equals to 0, but 2 divided by 0 is not meaningful. Property number 5. If a, b, c are the integers, then a divided by b divided by c is not equal to a divided by b divided by c unless c is equals to 1. C. A divided by b in bracket that is divided by c is not equal to a divided by b divided by c. जब तक कि हमारा c 1 नहीं होता है तब तक कि LHS will not equal to RHS. Property number 6. If a, b, c are non-zero integers and a is greater than b, then a divided by c is greater than b divided by c. If c is positive, a divided by c is less than b divided by c if c is negative. Fine. Now, two more important formulas are here, like modulus of an integer. See here, mod of a will be a, mod of a will become minus a. If a is positive or 0, then mod of a is a. If a is negative, then mod of a will be negative, yani minus a. I hope you guys are getting. For example, mod of 2 is 2, but mod of minus 2 is minus 2. Distance between 2 points, A and B, O. OA is 20 meter, OB is minus 3 centimeter. For finding the distance, what we will use, AB is equals to OA minus OB. put the mod sign. 20 minus 370, 20 plus 370, we get the positive answer. So there is no need of any negative sign. We'll write plus 390 meter. Fine. That's all. There is no need of going through the whole chapter. Just remember what I have taught here. And I think this is more than enough. Thank you and have a nice day.